Hee Hee Ho, Music King. A special presentation of 2012's luscious voices.
Are you all ready? Let the quiz begin! Buzz in to answer. If you know the answer, hit the button in front of you before time's up. A correct answer will earn you 1 point. An incorrect answer will lose you 1 point. Ladies and gentlemen! How are you all doing tonight now that we can breathe easy? But enough small talk. Now the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm your host, On the Mark Tedison. Nice to meet you all. Let's get this show on the road. With concentration, knowledge, and Teddy's favor, go for the gold! We call it Midnight Trivia Miracle Quiz!
Hold on there. What the heck is this?
Oh, is that a question from Mr. Yosuke Hanamura from Inaba?
You're damn right I have a question. What the heck's with this set? And why'd you call us all the way in here?
Yosuke, can't you play along? I put this together as a celebration for solving the case. Can't you tell? No matter how you look at it, this set is obviously... Time's up. The correct answer is a quiz show. Too bad, Yosuke. You lose 1 point.
What? We already started? I'm seriously losing a point for that?
All right, then. Let's skip Yosuke and go on introducing the contestants.
Hey, listen to me. And what do you mean, skip?
Oh, no need to worry. You'll get your share of bear time. Next up, another guest from Inaba, Chie Satonaka.
Huh? Who, me? Whose voices are those? Don't tell me we got an audience.
Oh, Chie-chan, you're so self-conscious. That crowd is just some sound effects I put together.
It's too realistic, Bear Brain!
Now to the next contestant. Also from Inaba, Miss Yukiko Amagi.
I'm supposed to press it as fast as I can, right?
Well, someone's eager.
And finally, our main contender. Sorry to keep you waiting, dear viewers. The hands-down favorite of this tournament. We have a special guest from Inaba, Sensei! He's here to compete!
Is it me, or are you the only one who got a grand introduction?
Not fair.
Now then, contestants, are you ready? I'm being cued to cut it short.
Yeah, and where's the AD? Jeez, are we really doing this?
I see now. Yosuke, you're scared, aren't you? You're afraid you can't beat me in a battle of wits, huh? That you won't stand a chance against my brains.
Are you kidding me? you're on. I got time on my hands. I'll go a couple rounds with you. But don't you go crying to Mommy when you get shamed.
Oh, way to fall for his tricks.
Well, I'm sure he'll be satisfied if we play along. And hey, the case is closed. What's the harm in messing around like this every so often, huh?
I guess you're right. Well, if that's settled, I'm ready to rock.
All right, it looks like our contestants are ready. Now then, Midnight Trivia Miracle Quiz. Let's begin! Are you all ready? Let the quiz begin! Now, first question. Chie-chan.
A backflip, of course.
That one's on the mark. 1 point.
You noticed, huh? I practiced that.
Next question. Ha! Sensei. Ooh, time is up.
What's wrong?
Next question.
It's gotta be this one. Shuriken!
Correct.
Well, it's about the other me. If I missed this, I'd look really bad.
Next question.
Me?
Yuki-chan.
Special steak bowl?
Too bad. That's incorrect.
Oh, it's just beef, not steak? I should go there more before I try answering questions about it.
A chance for double marks. Whoever correctly answers this question will earn double points. Here we go with the fifth question. Sensei. Correct.
You're incredible!
Next question.
It's gotta be this one. Shichiri Beach!
Correct.
Oh yeah! I give all the credit for that right answer to my motorcycle.
Next question. Sensei. Too bad. That's incorrect.
Huh, too bad.
Next question.
It's gotta be this one. Red!
Correct.
Yeah! Thank you, and come again.
Next question. Sensei.
Daily Personamations. Giants of P. The initial draft of the Persona 4 protagonist design. You can see that even at this point, his bearing is very similar to the final designs. The finalized design for the Persona 4 protagonist. His sharp eyes are carefully drawn. The finalized design for Yosuke Hanamura. The defined bridge of his nose indicates that he's meant to be a pretty boy. A rough design of Yosuke Hanamura in drag. Since it's established in the game that Chie Satonaka selected his outfit, this piece shows an oddly believable female. The initial draft of Chie Satonaka's design. You can see that her silhouette is quite different from the finalized design. The finalized design for Chie Satonaka. The overall idea was a cute girl who could believably exist in this world. The initial draft of Yukiko Amagi's design. Here she's drawn wearing a rather retro-looking sweater. Another early draft of Yukiko Amagi's design. In contrast to Chie, Yukiko's hair was shorter at this stage. The finalized design for Kanji Tatsumi. The skull t-shirt and the jacket worn on the shoulders help sell Kanji's tough guy act. The initial draft of Kanji Tatsumi's design. Since Kanji was initially established as a delinquent older classman, this design was considered for him at one point. The finalized design for Teddy. The central point of his design was that he would be a character everyone could love. The initial draft of Teddy's design. There were a lot of abandoned experiments before eventually setting on the look seen in his finalized design. A rough version of Rise Kujikawa's finalized design. Since Rise is an idol who has tasted both the bitter and the sweet, she was designed as a girl who could express both. The initial draft of Rise Kujikawa's design. This early conception of her was as a female delinquent. The finalized design for Naoto Shirogane. She was designed in a way that suggested a boy detective. The initial draft of Naoto Shirogane's design. This version was suggested since the initial idea of Naoto's character was a short, pretty boy. The finalized design for Nanako Dojima. The key element of this design was a younger sister all the characters would love. The initial draft of Nanako Dojima's design. Since this design made her seem too independent, her design was changed later to the one seen in the game. Another early design for Nanako Dojima. Her design was changed from a princess-like little girl who has lived a severely protected life to the one seen in the game. The finalized design of Ryotaro Dojima. The regrets of a father who has reached middle age were incorporated into this design, which made it into the game. The initial draft of Ryotaro Dojima's design. It was established that he was a detective, but since it made him seem more like a suspect, his design was changed later to the one seen in the game. The finalized design for Tohru Adachi. He was designed as someone who has a position of authority, yet is dull-witted and big-headed. The initial draft of Tohru Adachi's design. Since this one made him seem too suspicious, his design was changed later to the one seen in the game. The finalized design for Marie. Her design didn't change much from the early stages to the finished design. The initial draft of the Persona 4 protagonist's design. You can see that even at this point, his bearing is very similar to the final designs. Giants of P. The finalized design for Izanami, the Persona 4 protagonist's persona. The key aspect of his appearance was a manly bearing. The finalized design for Izanagi no Okami, the Persona 4 protagonist's awakened persona. The approach taken was to show a more mature, stronger version of Izanagi. The finalized design for Jiraiya, Yosuke Hanamura's persona. It was based off what Yosuke would imagine as a hero. The finalized design for Susanoo, Yosuke Hanamura's awakened persona. It was designed as what Yosuke would imagine as a persona that presides over storms. The finalized design for Tomoe, Chie Satonaka's persona. It was designed with a certain beloved martial artist of Chie's in mind. The finalized design for Suzuka Gongen, Chie Satonaka's awakened persona. The helmet has been changed from the one worn by Tomoe to an off-road version. The finalized design for Konohana Sakuya, Yukiko Amagi's persona. Its design emphasizes femininity, in contrast to Izanagi, the protagonist's persona. The finalized design for Amaterasu, Yukiko Amagi's awakened persona. The way some parts of its body are blurred to convey light shining from within reflects the sun goddess this persona is based on. The finalized design for Take Mikazuchi, Kanji Tatsumi's persona. This design was produced with the idea of something Kanji himself would like, with elements of lightning incorporated. The finalized design for Himiko, Rise Kujikawa's persona. It's based on the Queen of Yamatai, mentioned in historical records such as the Gishiwa Jinden. The magic she uses has been incorporated into the design as an antenna. The finalized design for Kanzio, Rise Kujikawa's awakened persona. In order to show that it's more powerful than Rise's previous persona, the number of antennas on it has been increased. Finalized design for Kintoki Doji, Teddy's persona. Since the hero of the children's story Kintaro has a tomahawk, this design modernizes that concept with a missile. The finalized design for Kamui, Teddy's awakened persona. This design was inspired by the image of a bear god. The finalized design for Sukuna Hikuna, Naoto Shirogane's persona. Its appearance was crafted with a retro anime boy character in mind. The finalized design for Yamato Takeru, Naoto Shirogane's awakened persona. It was designed to reflect Naoto, a beauty in male dress. Giants of P. This was drawn as the key image for the PlayStation 2 release of Persona 4. In contrast to the protagonist standing before the monitors, their inner personas given form are shown on the static-laced screens. This was created as the package design for the PlayStation 2 release of Persona 4. In addition to the portraits of each of the protagonists showing their distinct personalities, visual elements from the storyline are subtly worked in. This was made to be downloadable wallpaper on the official Persona 4 website. Since it was drawn with Christmas in mind, the Velvet Room residents wear red costumes, not seen in the main story, leaving a lasting impression upon the viewer. This was drawn for the cover of the August 2008 issue of Famitsu, PSP, and PS3. Behind the glasses-wearing protagonists is Izanami, whose strong gaze reflects their determination to pursue the truth. This was drawn for the back cover of the August 2008 issue of Famitsu PSP and PS3. In contrast to that issue's front cover, the protagonists are depicted without their glasses at school, where they spend their daily lives. The warm retro shade of yellow is the theme color for the game. This piece was drawn for the cover of the August 8, 2008 issue of Dengeki PlayStation. Yellow light is pouring out of the monitor, drawn underneath the protagonist, as if heating the power he is releasing, and it is brightly lighting up both him and his persona Izanagi that has appeared behind him. This was drawn for the September 2008 issue of Dengeki Mao. It depicts the protagonist, whose gaze is fixed upon the truth before him, and his persona, which grants him the power to grasp that truth. This was drawn for the December 2008 issue of Play magazine. The protagonist is depicted as ready for battle, with his two weapons, a sword, and a persona card. This was drawn for the cover design of a Persona 4 tie-in novel, Amnesia of the Fall. Yosuke, Chie, and Yukiko are shown with Junes apparently being projected on top of them. This was drawn for the cover design of a Persona 4 tie-in novel, Your Affection. A wistful scene of a peaceful time for the protagonists is shown as if captured by a camera. This was used as the cover design for the official Persona 4 art book. Behind the lined-up protagonists are each of their personas looking in the same direction, giving it a modern, artistic feel. This was used as the cover design for Persona Club P4. The main characters are shown walking across the front and back covers, giving the viewer a heartwarming feeling. This was drawn as a pre-order bonus for a particular shop. The protagonist and Teddy are shown on a background that symbolizes their being lured into the TV world. This was drawn as a pre-order bonus for a particular shop. The image shows the protagonist with his sword drawn and Naoto readying her gun. This piece was drawn as a pre-order bonus for a particular shop. Rosette in her swimsuit is reminiscent of the very beginning of the game. This was drawn as a pre-order bonus for a particular shop. The way Naoto and Yukiko stand back to back, gazing at the viewer, gives this design a mysterious quality. This was drawn as a pre-order bonus for a particular shop. Chie sits in a yukata on a narrow wooden passageway, casting a cute glance at the viewer. The watermelon and fan in the background hint at a summertime scene. This was drawn as a present card for the Persona 4 trading card set. Teddy is dressed in the clothes he wore during the cross-dressing pageant held at Yasogami High, baffling the viewer. This was drawn for the Persona 4 card in the Weiss Schwarz game. Its heroic design depicts the protagonist standing in a torrent of power. Izanagi no Okami, showing his true bonds, stands behind him. This was drawn for a special Famitsu.com blog page. These images are different from the final drawings that viewers usually see, showing the artist's process in creating the characters. This was drawn for the cover of Volume 3 of the Persona 4 drama CDs. The way the protagonist is signaling Nanako, his friends surrounding him with cheerful expressions, and the blue sky above them gives the viewer a sense of youth. This was drawn for the covers of Volume 1 and 2 of the Persona 4 drama CDs. The natural expressions of the protagonist and his friends during a moment of peace are expressive of their youth.
Hee Hee Ho, Music King, a grudge match special in the Midnight Channel.